Hey, y'all. Hey, y'all. Coach on Fire here. We live. Praise our Father in heaven. We are celebrating some new revelations about the Hebrew alphabet. And it was a little bit too much for me to handle myself, and I was afraid I was going to lose something if I didn't share it quickly. And so I prayed about it and asked our Father, Abba, hallowed be his name, if I could go live and talk about these Hebrew letters, particularly the oldest calligraphy that we can find. It's what you've been seeing commonly used. It should be what you're seeing on the screen or the thumbnail or something like that. Our favor here is working on that as fast as he can. Everything all right? Let me get on my phone over here and go ahead and check in and see if any comments up here. I might be able to do that. I don't see anything live, Chris. Is it not working?
Should be up. I ain't got my phone right now to check.
It says that it's broadcasting?
Yes.
Hey, stay. Let's see. Maybe it is. I see something now. Hold on. Let me look. No? If you guys can hear, just bear with me. Sounds like two people are looking, 3 views, but that was 3 minutes ago as if it ended. Some video, it ended. Chris. So, did you do like something and then it ended, or is it just still running?
It's still running.
Stacy, can you look on your phone and see if we live? It's gonna be pretty good. But it's gonna be worth it if our Father allows it to go through. We are recording over there. Okay, I got it something here. Uh-oh. Yes. All right. We got one person looking. That's probably Stacy. Let's see. So you can hear it. You can hear it. Everybody can hear it. It's going now. Mic check. Mic check. 1 2 1 2. Okay, that's how much of a delay we were on. And that's probably us. I think the last time we talked about it, I told us that we wanted to be on a delay. Right, Chris?
Yeah.
You alright? What's going on?
It won't let me on YouTube Studio, but...
You may have to go to a different browser. Go open here. This is you.
Both of them won't.
All right, hear loud and clear. Say. Oh. Anyway, that's one of the reasons why I'm sharing this stuff with you guys. Like I said, it's real interesting. Is there a reason why you had to go to YouTube Studio?
To change a setting to keep the stream up all the way out if the internet stutters.
Okay. Can you do it from a phone?
I can go do it on my computer.
Okay. All right. Well, what I want you to do now, in the meantime, is I want you to get to Paint, where I can copy pictures. You can copy that whole picture over there into Paint, and then where I can draw with that little pen. And then what we're going to do is we're going to break down the pictographs of the paleo, that picture you're looking at, why those pictures look like they look, why they are that way, particularly like the delta or the delet, the D. That shape is what started all this, because basically was on a quest to figure out why it had that shape, why it looked like that. It looked like a fish, it looked like all kinds of stuff. Anything but a D or anything but a door is what I thought. But actually, what we're going to find out if we're able to make it through this video is that not only is that a door, but that's the most sophisticated illustration of a door that I have ever seen in my life. And I have a degree in science. And as far as diagrams and pictograms and how you would draw stuff, a door, that's the best door idea that you could come up with. And so we're going to... no, I missed a comment. A good scripture to read is Half Hour with the Servants of God. It's from 1989, and it's got the most truth in it I found so far. A good scripture to read is Half Hour with the Servants of God. Okay. I don't care. Let them watch me. I ain't worried about it. I tend to read all comments. No, man, it's like that no matter what. My Gmail is black or white. Okay. I've been given a lot of spirit. Okay. All right, good.
All right, we're back.
Are we better? All right, get it over to the screen. I'm trying to show them. That's it? We're in black and white?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Now, for you guys who are listening on the phone, I will advise you to now jump over to the other one. You can come back. Hopefully this one ain't going nowhere. But you actually want to see what's on the screen over there, because this video is about these letters right here. If it goes out again. If it goes out over there again, just come back on here, because I am recording on my computer. And I'm going to finish this, Father willing. Abba willing, it's going to get done. And then, we can edit it and redo the video. So anyway, what we say we was going to look at? We say we was going to look at Bayatha. I got a line. Just writing the color I want to be in. All right, that's a bayata, a house. I wish I could make it thicker, but it's all right. Now, you notice that the dalata, which is a door, has a funny shape. Let me change colors. Matter of fact. The dalata shape where you going, Chris Grizzly? All right. Is actually the walls of the house. Inside the dalata are the walls inside the house. It has a shape that's like that. Let's see. So the way to draw the Dalatha in there, if I could zoom in on it. To figure out where your door is. This is your door right here. I can zoom in a little more. That's your door. And you say, well, where's the rest of the Dalatha, which is shaped like that. And you say, no, I'm used to it being shaped more like this. Yeah, that's this part right here. Because the door part is just this part. This part, this vertical line part, is the door part. That's the only part of the door. That is the door. The rest of it is a part of the bayatha, the bayeth. Okay, so you have it here, you see it there. So when you follow these lines, you end up drawing your bayatha here. I mean your Dalatha. You got this line. This one. So you see it? It's just the same symbol turned to the side. I should have, let me see, maybe I picked a better color. So there's your door right there. So you have the bayatha. Like this, and then you have the door part right here of the door. So you say, what is the door to? Well, let's start erasing what's not part of the door. Like this is part of the doorway. I'm sorry I'm boring you guys with this part, but this is just where it started from. It gets way more interesting. I'm just trying to show you the hard part so you're convinced. So see your door? You know, if I was to close the door, I'll just draw a line across here. Close the door. And so when you have your I forgot how to use this program. Here you have your door, which is here, and if you notice that you have extra space out here, well, that's where your fence is going to be. So you have fence that goes out here because this is your house, right? So you have fence here, so that's your house inside your fence. There's your chet. You can draw it like a fence if you want to. And then you have a hook. And so those symbols correspond to the house. But watch this. Look at the ones that correspond to the man. I hope you guys can see me. I ain't getting no feedback right now. I'm flying blind. But like I said, I'm recording, so it's all right. I ain't losing too much. Let me see if anybody had a comment about that. So I done lost you guys over here. Kadik Vlash. Vlasic says she's talking about Africa. All right, so back over here live. We're on 2 live streams. We got a thing over there. If you want to give a chat about what's going on, jump over to the other live stream because I can't see the ones who can see the letters. I can't see your chat. The ones who are looking at Cody over there chatting away on the thing, you can't see the letters. I can see your chat. All right, so now let's look at the man here. Well, now let's tell a story first. I got this written down. So first you have Aleph here. It ain't really Aleph, it's actually El. If you saw in the other videos, it's Hebrew number 5 or 410. Hebrew number 410 from the Strongs is El. The thing about this symbol here, I hope you guys are hearing me. The thing about this symbol is, yes, it is actually a bull, but it's actually pointing to the constellation of the bull. And within the constellation of that bull, you find the star called Kizil from the Bible, from Job chapter 9, verse 9, where he names the stars. He names Kema, he names Kizil. He names the bear, the Little Dipper and the Big Dipper and some other ones too. But these are, that's what that is in the eye of that thing. In the eye of this bull, in that star constellation of the bull, you're actually seeing the eye of it, which is a particular star. That star is Kizil. The star Kizil is responsible for our gnosis, where we get the emanations from, when everybody around the world all of a sudden gets the spirit to do something good, bad, or indifferent. That's a gnosis. Well, when it's coming from good, because this particular star, is the good ones, the Little Dipper and the Big Dipper. Those are the bad ones. But when we're getting the emanations from this particular star, that's a good thing. So that's what you have in here, and it gets deep from there. It starts off like that, and then it gets deep. The original pictograph. So you have the first letter, not of the alphabet, but it's not actually the first letter used to create the universe. You go back to the history of the Jews, and you look at the creation of the universe or creation of the world. The very first chapter in there is about the alphabet, and you find that all of the letters starting at thou went all the way through, claiming why they would be the first to create the world, and you got all the way down to the Bayatha, which is the one that the Lord accepted. All of the other, because their names had something to do with unrighteousness, along with righteousness, they were disqualified. But Bayatha was the first one, and that's why it's the first letter in Bereshith, in the beginning. That's the beginning of the Bible, the whole Bible, every Bible, the Old Testament, the New Testament, and even the Third Testament, all start with Bayatha, in the beginning. So it's the first one. But so you think about that, you got this stars up there, this gnosis that's coming from El, which is the first letter. But what they got to do with us, other than they about to build us a kingdom down here to live in. So the next letter up, well, first letter, next letter, depends on how you look at it. For our first letter we're concerned is the Bayatha, because that's where we live. That's like the earth. That's where they dwell at. So then once we go through the Bayatha, a planet, we ain't necessarily got it. We ain't here yet. You got the Gamala. And the thing about the Gamala, yes, it looks like a foot, but it actually means to give. So you have the gnosis, and first of all, the actual three-dimensional part, the physical part, the H2O part comes from Kema. So that was already done. But now we got the gnosis and the whole, salvation part that we're talking about here. So you got the house in place, the kingdom, the world in place. Then you got the provisions in the Gamala. And then you got the Dalatha, the Delith, the door. Now, I looked up the door. I had to go in and look at this. And it's not only just a door as in a three-dimensional door, but it's talking also about a spiritual kind of door too, as well. So it was through this door does the Hawa'a get to come through. Man. See how this is working? And the thing about it, we're going to get to this man. And you say, well, why does this man look like this in the original Hebrew? This is what they found in stone. Why does he look like this? The word is Hawa'a, but you use it when you say he or her or something like that. And you say, well, why does it look like that? We're going to come back to this. But the reason why it looks like that is because it's the same figure here. Here he is again. Where is he? I ain't got... Uh-oh. Am I missing something? Oh, yeah, I am missing something. I'm missing part of the alphabet. Let's see. All right, give me a minute. Where is it? Okay. It's actually part of the Tesei. We're going to see here in the show. I'm going to show you in a second. And the thing is, we're going to, when I get this document up here and pull up the rest of the alphabet, we're actually going to build this man using the alphabet. And not only are you going to see what he looks like, but you're going to see what he's doing. What is he doing? What are we supposed to be doing? Well, it's got something to do with that tav at the end of it. I'm going to just tell you that. All right, so working to get the rest of the picture here. I hope you guys are still hearing me and stuff. All right, so there's the rest of it. So there's your same man. That's why he's shaped like that. You have the Tesei down here at the end. Tzedikah. That's the Tzedikah. Tzedikah. That's this one here. We call him the Tesei. He's not laying down. He's actually on his back. Look at his knees up there. Well, that's why this guy up here, the Hawa'a, that's why he's shaped like that. Same deal. But we're going to come back to that. We're talking about the creation now. So you have the El who creates, or in the kingdom, the El, the gnosis within the kingdom, being provided for. That's, those 5 days when the earth was being created before we got here. Then allowed the door for man to be created. Hawa'a, for him to come through. For him, the Hawa'a, to come through. But the thing is, and I'm making this up, he comes through with a hook. There's a hook to it. The hook is that to provide for his kingdom, the Zain, the hook is the Wa, of course. The hook is that to provide, he's got to be inside the garden. That's where your gate comes in. The fence represents the garden. So you got all of this in the alphabet, in the Aleph Bayatha. So, did I draw pictures of it yet? Yeah, I got it. I got actually pictures of it in books. We're gonna draw this man out here right now, I believe, just using the letters. We might not do it by hand. Let's see. All right. So, let me look at my notes here. Looking at the notes. It says, Kizel sends the gnosis. Bayatha in the first letter builds the house. Gamala provides for the house. Dalatha opens the door for the house. No, Dalatha opens the door to the house for Hawa'a. Hawa'a to enter. So Hawa'a comes in. But there's a hook. You got the Wawa, which is a hook. And this point, I got a couple of tries for it because Zaina is provide. The hook is that to provide, or his provision will come from the garden as long as he don't, break the seal. As long as you don't break, or else you'll find yourself outside, and that's your chet, that's your fence. Now, inside the garden, he's got the mire and clay, but you got to understand that Tawab, he was also made of Tawab. Man was made of Tawab, mire, which means that his arm, his yada, his hand was made of Tawab, as well as his palm. His arm and his hand were made of Tawab, made of dirt. But in that comes a lamada, a lesson. There's a lesson in this. And the lesson is that mayim, water, is necessary for new life. But watch this. As long as it has support, that's the lesson. We have to have the water, the life, and the support. And here is the thing about this. While doing this, you're actually learning Hebrew. Notice how you're putting these together and actually learning Hebrew. You're actually learning the letters and what they mean. I mean, you can see that. Support, new, water. Well, that brings us to the next one, which is the insight. We're getting insight out of this. And so now we can speak it with our open mouth. And so what are we speaking with our open mouth? Righteousness. Tasada, righteousness. How do you get this righteousness? Through the Kodesh. You got to be holy, separated. Kadasha, Kadesh. The Kodesh makes the Ra'asha da Tezdikikwa. Wish I'd have got that right the first time. Ra'asha goes through Kadasha to get Tezdikikwa. Man is made holy, then righteous. You got to be separated to become righteous. Then, but all of this happens before the teeth, which is destruction. And then the new covenant. So man is made righteous before the new covenant. All in these letters. But we ain't done yet. We're going to check the comments. The other live, go to the channel. Go to the channel, Cody. Go all the way to the channel. Click on the avatar, the one that look like the aleph in the top. You'll be familiar with. And the other one's going to have the Hebrew letters. Swagger 8990 says, I've been listening to you for 4 years now. Thank you for insight, wisdom, and a star seed. I'm a star seed. I am a star. Well, he didn't say I am. He said am a star seed. Yeah. Think about it. We all are that, or you're rejecting that. We all supposed to be star seed. These letters are supposed to be a part of all of our vocabulary, but the question is, are you rejecting these letters and then going for the Greek, the Latin, or the Roman, the Egyptian? Well, I ain't gonna say Egyptian because those are fire letters too, but it's about choices. All right, so that I finished reading the whole thing, the poem part. Oh yeah, I said I started there. Chet is inside the garden. 12. Now the Hawa was made of 12. Yada. Yeah, I read it. All right, so now let me see this. Watch this. So here we have parts of this that is made up of a man. Or I should say are parts of a man. The first one I'm going to start with, which is the smallest one on the page, is the teeth. Only because it's the smallest one on the page. So there's your teeth. I'm going to make it smaller. It's way too big. Wait a minute. Let me do something with these. Can I do something with these colors? Can I trick these colors? Can I trick these colors? Sorry about this, y'all. I'm a computer geek too. Give me a second. If it works, it's gonna be worth it. If it doesn't work, I'm gonna act like it never happened. All right. Get some better color here. So we have this man here. This is Hawaii. This is him. Right here. But this is also him. Shaped like that because it's the same figure in the same position. Is his arms at? Let me come back and get you something from over here. I don't think you can see this. Well, I'm looking for the symbol from the. I'm looking for the symbol from the Word document, which actually has his arms up like this. But one thing we know that he has to have. So here's the guy. We're gonna start with the teeth. Like I said, we're going to make it smaller because it's the smallest thing that there is. We won't make it too small. The next thing is the Resh. That's his head. So we'll put his teeth in his head. Oh, I thought we was. Like I said, we're going to get this done. One way or another, we're going to get it done. Let's see. Hey, Stace. You want to come in and sing him a song or something? Tell him what, give him an update or something while I try to get this straight. No, I'm just joking. I was going to try to do it like that, but I can't. So, say hi.
Hey everybody. What's up? Typically what to say, but I hope everybody's doing well. Hopefully everybody had a great, restful, and are enjoying the classes that Coach is putting out about the alphabets. So.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, Stacy. All right, so you have the man here. And I think now I could get his teeth. And I could put his teeth inside of his head. Huh? Huh? It might be out. I don't know. Like I said, there's probably only 4 people in the world that's interested in this. And me.
All of a sudden it started buffering. So It was working fine. It's been working fine for the whole time. No, it's back on. Let's
I
show
was
you
gonna
the
try to
picture.
do it like that, but okay. All right, let me try this. We're gonna try it like this, I think. So you have, if it'll do right. The Hawaii. Now, who that is, and I can't draw the rest or much of the letters all of that good, but he looks something like that. I know that looks weird, but it's a man. Okay. It's the letter res. Now that's his head. Now the reason why his teeth shaped like this, funny like that, is because it is a side profile of his teeth. You're looking at his teeth from the side as if he's smiling. Or he's not necessarily, he might not be smiling, he might be gritting his teeth, but his teeth are on the side, or a side profile. His head too, just like his head is a side profile. Matter of fact, let me see, I believe I could get a better one. Okay, so in here, so we have his teeth. You understand his teeth. But watch this. Here's his eye right here. That one's easy to understand. So we can put his eye in there. You got his teeth in there. But one of the ones that made me get started on this one was this one. The paha. Because why is it shaped like that? Why is it shaped? Why does it have this shape? Well, if I rotate it around, it's his throat. So you have the throat part of his mouth here. It's a side profile too. So there's his throat part, and then you have the open mouth part. And so then all you need is the teeth here. Give him some yellow teeth. The teeth here. And then so you have his eye, his mouth, his teeth, his head. Okay? But that ain't all. Because he's actually this guy here, laying on his side, and the same as the Hawaii. So if I do some stuff with this one, flip it and rotate it, flip. Rotate here. If I put it like that, then there you have his head right there. So there's the head of the man. So what is the man doing? He's laying on his back. Right? So then there's his foot right there. There's his foot. You can easily see his foot there. And then his hands are raised. You say, well, where's his arms at? Well, remember over here, his hands are raised. Let me try it different. So y'all see where this is going. Let's see. I meant to just use... So now we'll put the man on his back. There. So now if I could draw this. All right, give me a minute. So he has, so this is his neck part here. Then he has his feet coming here. Then you have the gamala. The gamala is right here. That is your letter L right there. I mean your letter G. Your letter gamala is right there. So you have your I in here. Your resh. Your paha. Your shin, all in the head. Let me look at my notes. Then, since his hands are raised, remember he's standing like this. There's his bent leg. His leg is bent right there. So his hands are actually raised. Well, in there, you have his arm here. Now, the thing about his arm here is it has a thumb on it here. And let me zoom in over there. So that's why it looks kind of like that. That's his hand. That's the hand. This part that's sticking up is the thumb of his hand. Unlike the gimel, the gamala, it don't have a thumb. It's just got an ankle, and the finished drawing it is just like that. But the finished drawing the hand, you got the thumb part of the hand, the rest of the arm, and then inside the hand, you got the calf. That's the palm right there. So his hand, inside of there, is the calf. So when you see him standing here, since he has both hands raised, he has one hand with an open palm. Let me bring it over here. He's the man standing here. One hand has an open palm. I didn't draw that right. I'll fix it. Chink. And the other one is kind of like holding it like a cup. Kind of like where he have a thumb and then His hand is kind of like that. And now that I think about it, hold on. This is his this ain't new. I got this earlier too, praise the Lord. So here's let me draw it the right way. Here's the yod. Supposed to be a hand. Okay? So here's the thumb sticking up. But it's kind of like he's holding it like a cup, like he's ready to grab something. There's his arm. And that's why you see lines in here. Those are the fingers in there. That's the palm of his hand in there. See those lines making the palm? If I could draw straighter, it would make. But those lines are making the kafa inside the palm of the yod. And it keeps going. I'm just painting a picture. We ain't even told the story yet. So you have him here. Here he is here. His back. All right. So let's start to tell a picture. Why is he lying on his back? I know he looks like he been through the pole shift already or whatever. Let me erase some of this stuff out of here. So he's lying on his back. In here, we can well, let me just finish it. The reason why he's lying on his back is because it is during the time of the new moon. He's out doing a new moon, getting a new moon report. So he's looking at the stars. What stars are you looking at? He's looking towards Kizzle. What is he waiting for? The Thou, the pole shift, the new covenant. That's every letter, y'all. No, it ain't every letter. He's doing it in the house. All this is in the house. Not outside the house. Not laying out there on the ground. Necessarily. He can be if he wanted to, but it'd be cold out there some nights. So you have his house. There's his door. You got his fence. Then you got, and then, so where's the rest of it? The garden part. So you have his fence. Inside the fence, there's his clay pot with his dirt or soil in it. That's where he has his seed at, inside the pot. But the seed has to have a support and water. That right there is a lesson. And I said, by doing this, you're actually learning Hebrew. You're like, oh, okay, that symbol means water. It goes with the nun. Now something's going to grow. But there you have all of the Hebrew alphabet right there. And what does it paint a picture of? A man looking up at the stars. Well, that's all I had. God told you I was going to get it out one way or the other. It's out. Let me look at the comments. I'm over here at the phone. I'm on the phone. If you guys who actually watching on the screen, I can't see your comments. Stace, you want to read those comments that's over there? Maybe she'll help us. I'm looking at the phone. Cody. Huh? Oh. You on the other one. You in there with Cody, Sky Virgo, What's the other live? Swagger. Oh, okay. All I can see is blurred. Laura Cheney, yeah, you in the wrong one. You would have to be over at the other one. This one right here, this was the backup. We had some gremlins that was trying to stop the show, but we got it going. Over there. We didn't cancel the backup. The backup has been going over here. But you can see what I was going to try to do by putting those symbols in there, because each one of them, I'll probably do it and make it the thumbnail of this video, because they all fit together to paint this picture. Hey, Lord Cheney, Salawama. How you all come in here and read or stay? They can't hear you. All right, come get your phone. In today's video, which is about the revealing of the lawless one, if we ever get it up, that's part of the gremlins that's messing with us. We actually did a video revealing the lawless one. Tell exactly who it is, don't we? Mm-hmm. Exactly. But in part of it, we have a hard time hearing Stacy's voice in there. I left it in there because it was important what she was saying, but it's going to be a hard time to hear. All right, what's your comments you got?
On this screen, the last one I got was from Laura. Says that she just got here in Charlotte.
That's in the screen that we're on, right? That's in the gray screen. No, you gotta go to the other screen. The one with the, that one. That's the one I can't see the comments. You want me to read them?
I'll start. Where you started over again. Thomas Morgan says, sorry, I'm a watchman. Gotta share what he's put in my heart to say Ezekiel 33. Then he says, Psalms 18:11, he made darkness his secret place. And then Ezekiel 7, the robbers shall enter into a secret place and defile it. That was before we restarted this stream. Seek knowledge, that are the fire letters similar to Paleo?
No. Because by the time you got to Paleo Hebrew, they had already modified the letters. If you look at the letters on the screen, some of them don't look familiar. Like the Delata, it doesn't look familiar, but we just did a whole class on why that letter is important and why the symbolism, the calligraphy of it is important. So we got to go back to the original before they went into Egypt. After Egypt, they was already changing. The letters were already changing after Egypt. We have to get to the pre-Egyptian times. That's prior to the letters I'm looking at, or they found them written on stone dated 1700 BC. That's prior to Egypt and after Abraham. And so, and the thing about it, like I was talking to my son earlier today, we understand what those letters are. We can look at those letters and we can see that that's a foot. So even though it's written in a single line diagram, we can expound upon that, and we have to understand that those letters were written on stone. So what the original, we can only really imagine on our spiritual heart what they originally looked like. But that's the shape that they were in. It was shaped that whatever foot it was, that's the foot, the shape it was in. The same way with the Hawatha, the same way with the Ha, the H, the Het, the He, the Ho, whatever they call it. The fifth letter is shaped like that. And if we change the shape of that, if we modify the shape of that, we're going to modify this whole picture. This whole picture that we're drawing here doesn't make sense anymore. We can't get it. We can't get this understanding out of it and this lesson out of it, what he's telling us. The whole alphabet is about looking up at the stars. The Quadasha to me looks like a that's telling us the season, right when the like the head of the year. And the thing about it, that's pointing to me, with those three things in the sky, that's actually pointing to the first day of the first year. I mean, the first day of the first month of the year, which is 2 weeks before Passover. That falls on nobody's calendar anywhere, but there's actually a whole chapter that tells us what we're supposed to be doing as far as making offerings and doing as far as that's concerned. And so that particular feast day, on purpose or not, has been obscured from history to where we pay no attention to it at all. But if you do a search for the first day of the first month, you're going to find a wealth of information. I think I did at least 2 videos on the information that I found just on that month and the stuff that happened on that day. Well, that's when this particular stars are in the sky. That's when you had the Kadesha in the sky with the equinox. That's when you have the Aleph in the sky, the L in the sky with Kizzle, the bull and Kizzle. And, you know, we're waiting for this Tav to come in the sky. And from what I understand from the Keys of Enoch, it's supposed to be in the eye of the bull. It's supposed to replace the bull. Not replace the bull, replace the eye of the bull. That would be the sign in the sky. We're supposed to look up and see a cross. It's supposed to be in the eye of the bull. Like Kizzle was going to turn into a cross all of a sudden. Any more?
A lot of wild ones.
A lot of what?
Wild ones. I don't know.
Wild ones.
I don't know if you want me to read them.
If you don't think so, we'll go by your judgment. I ain't scared though, but we'll go by your judgment. Any more? All right.
Just Thomas and Cody. They're speaking about different things like planets are devils. Earth isn't a planet. Stuff like that.
All right. Well,
True snakes in the garden and yeah. That's
well,
that.
so what? The witches coming out.
I don't know. I can't say that.
No, it ain't. They try to steer you off. If they talk about planets or devils and stuff like that, you know. The devil is not able to create planets. He's not able to even move them or do anything with them. You know, he doesn't have that power. We're giving him too much power. If we could say that the planets were devils or created by devils, imagine what that does for the celestial clock and our timekeeping and all of that. Imagine if he could do that. According to the scripture we read, that if Satan had the ability to touch the sun at all, he would freeze us all to death instantly. His sole mission is to destroy us. If he could possibly create any rock up there bigger than a quarter, I promise you, he would use it to hurt us. It would fall down on us and hurt us somehow. That's his only mission, is to hurt us. And what is the one way to hurt us? Is to take these Hebrew letters and its understanding away. Switch it around, change the letters, turn them upside down, flip them, and then modify them and switch them. And then when somebody come and ask about them, make sure that the only thing you remember is some Disneyland movie that you watched back when you was a child. Thing about it, that's a war on your spirit. You don't even know. All right, y'all.